We're joined with Ryan Gareis and Caprice. We'll start with Zoom questions, I guess. Please use the raise hand function if you want to ask a question. Yeah, go for it.
Hi Ryan, hi Caprice, how you doing?
Hi. Hi, baby.
First off, how did it feel to be back on the pitch? And yeah, kind of, a few days late now, but like, what are your kind of feelings about the game on Sunday?
Yeah, it was like really exciting to just finally come together to play a competitive match in front of our home crowd. It was a long preseason and long off season, so I think there was just a lot of emotions out there on the field that first game. And for our first game, I think we kind of gelled and had a pretty good flow throughout the game. But obviously, there's a lot of kinks and a lot of things that we want to grow from there, and that's exciting because this team has so much growth that we're going to make throughout season, and that's just like a little base that we have, and now we're just going to keep building off of it. So it's encouraging.
Kind of tactically or performance-wise, what were the things that, in the meetings you've had this week or even on self-reflection, you felt like you nailed? And what were the things that kind of disappointment or, just putting more work in? What kind of aspects have they been this week?
Yeah, I think one of our strengths as a collective is positive transition, and kind of that aspect of togetherness in terms of defending and attacking. And I think throughout preseason, we've done a really good job of exploiting teams through transition. I would say in this past game, the disappointing factor was that we didn't capitalize on those. But I know, again, it was a long preseason, but that was our first game. So the more that we gel and the more experience we have together, those strengths will start to result in more goals.
I'm sure you're a little bit bored of hearing it, but last year Dash struggled at home, very, very good on the road. Going into the first road trip of 3 in a row and off a point at home, what have you been kind of talking about amongst the group about that record, whether it means anything, whether it doesn't mean anything? Kind of what's the group saying about home versus going on the road?
Yeah, I think Sam really wanted to make a point that home is our fortress, so we want to protect that first. And obviously we wanted those 3 points, but getting a shutout, it was huge for us, making it hard and difficult for teams to come here and even get a point. So I think we battled that really well. But moving forward, I think that we want to just finish our chances in the first half. And I think we had a few chances in the first 10 minutes. So just capitalizing on those chances when we are playing well. And then moving forward, going on the road for 3 games, I don't think he has really emphasized anything about winning. I think just concentrating on that growth from making progress from that first game.
Last one for me. If you do have anything to say about it, the Scarlett Canberra story, I think, has caught a lot of people in the sports world and in football in general. Because it's all about making sure female athletes can concentrate on what they're doing, which is playing football. And obviously she's now moved back to ACFC. I was just wondering if you had any comment on, this idea. I know MKT agency put out a statement about it, about making sure female athletes are safe and stuff. And if you kind of had any reactions or it's been a talking point in the locker room in Houston.
I don't necessarily have a comment on that specific aspect, but I would say in terms of how we feel in the locker room, I think our club and the girls on this team and the staff that we have provided us a very good environment.
Cheers. Thanks. Thank you both so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Theo. Richard, go for it.
Yeah. How y'all doing today?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. Great. Well, just tell me a little bit about your opponent this week, Chicago, and, what's their style of play and some of their top players, and what do you got to, look at, what do you have to do to stop them?
Yeah, I think even though they kind of had additional players and new faces on the field this past year, they're still the same Chicago Red Stars team. They're really dangerous in transition and attacking, and they keep a lot of numbers forward. So we just need to be ready for that transition. But also they're pretty vulnerable with their back 3. So just kind of being collectively defending together, and then kind of exposing them in that back 3. It's going to be always a hard game going to Chicago with the wind and the just different adversities we're going to face. But I think we're ready and prepared for the game coming up.
Okay. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. Dustin, go ahead and take that last question.
Hey, Ryan and Caprice. Hey, you were both here last year with Juan Carlos and now with Sam. Just curious, kind of some of the differences you've seen with Sam and some of the things you maybe have learned just early on in Sam's with Sam in charge.
Yeah, having Sam as our new addition has been very helpful. I think last year we struggled and had a lot of adversity just in terms of always like having a new coach and kind of having to stay together because we didn't have that constant. But having Sam all throughout preseason going into season has served as that constant, which has helped us kind of find our identity and develop as a collective because we are playing under his style and kind of what he sees as our strengths. And so I think that has helped us a lot, just kind of finding our identity as a team and taking that forward into season.
Yeah, and I think just adding onto that it's been very like helpful his experience throughout this league. He's been in the league for 10 years, so bringing that experience and that knowledge and just knowing that he knows that what this league takes and just the athleticism, the transition of it, and just knowing how to manage players has been really good. So yeah, I think that his experience has helped us a lot grow as a team.
Thanks,
Thank
Dustin.
you.
We'll take one more from Sandra from CBS Sports. Go for it, Sandra.
Hey, thanks so much for letting me get one in here. Congrats on getting a result last week and taking that into Chicago. Maybe asking the Mal Swanson question of the two of you. She's kind of in top form right now with the national team. She's coming off of that penalty conversion. I guess for you specifically, Caprice, like what is sort of the mindset in terms of containing the impact that a player like that kind of has on the pitch?
Yeah, I think at this level, we always have to be aware of players at their peak, and she's been a big part of our training this week. But I think we just got to treat every team and every player and stick to our game. Obviously, we're going to pay attention to their threats, but as long as we stick to the game and we collectively defend together and just always aware, I think that we will do well. We can't concentrate too much because then we lose our own identity. But at the end of the day, I think we just need to just always be on watch and just be defensively together as a team.
Yeah, to follow up for you, Ryan, like in terms of like the attacking side of things, like what are some opportunities that you're looking at in terms of going up against like Chicago's defensive shape?
So knowing that we will possibly face a 3-back, I think we're excited to see how we perform in positive transition. We trust our back line. I trust Cappy to hold it down back there. And so it's on us and anyone in the attack to kind of capitalize to help our back line and just keep the ball, find chances, and then hopefully finish those chances.
Great. Thanks so much. Good luck on the road.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sandra.